won't have any issues crossing the border. Water just undulating in and out, look at the stunning views. I'm also happy to get out now. And I'll probably arrive there as the sun disappears.
We're Craig and Kirsty, a British couple who planned for years to travel the world before finally quitting our jobs and leaving everything behind on March the 1st, 2020. Much like everyone else that year, we soon realised we weren't going to get very far, so we stayed put for 6 months in Estonia, where we ended up making front page news in their national newspaper, Õhtuleht, and even ended up on their national TV show, Ringvaade. After finally making it to a few more European countries, we made the decision to head back to the UK, where we waited patiently to start our travels again. Now we're finally exploring a brand new country. For a road trip. As you can see, we've hired ourselves a little car here in Croatia. We've been in Dubrovnik for a few days, but we thought now it's time to go and explore a little bit more of Croatia. So yeah, we're off on a road trip. We're going over to Krka National Park, which is about 3 hours, 20-minute drive from Dubrovnik. And what we've got to do is drive across the border into Bosnia and Herzegovina, because the way the borders work here in Croatia, there's a tiny little slither of land that comes down to the coastline that's Bosnia and Herzegovina. So we've got to drive about 12 kilometers across that border and back into Croatia. That's what we're going to do today. Hopefully we won't have any issues crossing the border, because there obviously are COVID problems. But yeah, we'll see. Thankfully, we just made it through the border from Croatia, and we're officially now in Bosnia and Herzegovina for approximately 12 kilometers. Oh yeah, technically right now we're in country number 10, double figures. So it's taken us like a year and a half. We did it in like 2 weeks back in 2019, but hey. Yeah, something I've really noticed about driving around in Croatia today is just how lush and green everything is. I didn't expect Croatia to be this green. It's beautiful. You can kind of see that beneath it's still like rocky and a little bit arid, but then it's just got all these beautiful trees, and not just like dry, dusty looking trees, like actually green and lush. And there's a lot of the trees that you see in Tuscany, you know, the tall skinny ones, the Tuscan trees, cypress trees, I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of them around here, which I guess makes sense. We're very close to Italy, so maybe they've just hopped over from Italy. But yeah, it's beautiful, and we've made it over the border. Made it back into Croatia. Woo. So we drove the 12 kilometers through Bosnia and Herzegovina, and we made it back into Croatia. There was absolutely no problem at either border control going in and coming back out, so that was good. They just checked our passports both times. Here we are back in Croatia and headed to Krka National Park.
Just turned off the motorway, and now we have to pay for the toll, and hoping it's not going to be too expensive. Hello. Voila.
So it cost us 79 kuna to get from Dubrovnik to Krka National Park, and that's going along the E65 toll road. So yeah, 79 kuna is not too bad. I think that's about £9.50, something like that. And it was straightforward. You get on and you get your ticket, and you get off and you pay your ticket.
And we have arrived after a 3.5 hour journey. It's quite straightforward actually, especially once you get onto the motorway. But yeah, we are here. We're gonna go and check out the waterfalls.
Let's go, we're here.
Everything looks really good on first impression. So parking is free of charge, which that's a big thumbs up. There's also some security here. Nice to know that your car's being watched over. and there's quite a few food outlets as well, so you can get food before you go in. There's also toilets, and a tip on the toilet, don't go for the first one that you see. Go to reception and just go off to the side, because that one's free. The first one that you see on the entrance, you have to pay to go to the toilet, so avoid that one. Also look out, because there's no locks on the toilet doors, so you might get a surprise. There's also some hotels here. There's a bus stop, so you can clearly get the bus here, and there's some maps as well. So we're just going to go and speak to this guy and find out some more, and head on in.
It's about 10 minutes actually on this map.
We're inside the national park now, and we've just got our tickets. It was 100 kuna per person, so it's not too bad for entry to the entire park. You can either take a bus, you can drive your car, or you can walk around. It's a really big park, so we're going to do a combination of driving our car and walking, because there's a couple of waterfalls we want to see, and we can swim in one of them. And there's a monastery that we're going to go check out later. But before we do all of that, we've stopped for a quick coffee, an iced tea for Craig, and an omelette that we're going to share, just because it's like a, you know, it's like a second breakfast, just a little one, just to give us the energy.
And our plan for the day, we are down here by Lozovac. There's a waterfall around here that we're going to visit, and afterwards we're going to come back to the car, drive up to Roski Slap, which is where you can swim. We're going to spend a bit of time there, jump back in the car, drive up here. There's a monastery to see here, and then back in the car and up to a large waterfall up here. All the people working here at the park are so friendly and helpful.
Big fan of Krka National Park so far. So now we're going to do a 2-kilometre walk around the first bit of the national park. We just missed the bus though, so that's annoying. There's a free bus that takes you to the start of this walk every 20 minutes, but it's just gone, so we thought it's going to take us 20 minutes to walk there, we might as well just do it. As you arrive, there's a guy speaking of a microphone giving information about how you can do things, whether you can walk, whether you want to walk, do the 2-kilometre loop, or whether you want to get the boat, which takes you over to the waterfall. It's really well set up. If you want to get the boat over to the waterfall, then obviously you pay extra, and then you have to get the boat back here. We want to go to the waterfall and do some extra stuff afterwards, so it's great that you have the choice. And I mean, I love the idea of getting a boat and sailing down there. It looks beautiful, but you can't do it all. So this way we get to see it. We can just drive along and enjoy it. They're like little glitter fish, gold and sparkly. They're getting some good sunshine here.
So much information as you walk around. Like we just saw that sign there. It's like a bathymetric image of the lake that we just passed. Depicts it beautifully. It's like 25-meter depth lake. Just feels like Waterworld here. Love it. So far the trail is definitely more than living up to expectations. It's so beautiful here, and look at this.
The trail is really family friendly and completely accessible. The whole way around you've got this gorgeous boardwalk, and it's great for wheelchairs, pushchairs, families, and you can see why it's so busy, because fish everywhere and water just undulating in and out, just stunning. And then you can veer off of the main trail and go and see little things like this. I say little, it's huge, but you wouldn't know it was here from the main trail. You just wander along and then look at the stunning views. What's really nice about the trail is that you're in and out of the sunshine. There's lots of trees keeping you shaded and cool. So if you're here on a hot day like we are, you can kind of have like 50% in the sunshine, 50% in the shade. It's just lovely, really nice. See him, but there's a tiny little lizard. Look
how beautiful this is. I just want to go for a swim in it so much. At the end of the 2-kilometre hike, you come to this area where there's just loads of little restaurants and outside seating areas. You've got like every choice of lunch. You can get pancakes, you can get pastries, sandwiches, cakes, drinks, hot and cold. And there's even some public toilets over there. There's a friendly swan, or not so friendly. It's just such a lovely little area. It's so well set up.
We've grabbed lunch and one of these beautiful wooden benches in the shade. So lunch came to 95 kuna, which translates to about £10. I got a chicken sandwich, which they toasted for me. Also got a can of Fanta, and Kirsty got a fruit cup.
It's a pretty big fruit cup. It's got grapes, melon, mango, and some more grapes. It's pretty massive. There we go, after the 2k walk and a quick stop off for lunch, we've made it over here to the end where you see this huge waterfall. And the fish here are amazing, they are huge. How pretty it is. So well set up. Could have a little water fight
here. We've made our way back to the car. We're going to make the few-minute journey to Roski Slap, where we can swim in the waterfall. We have arrived here in Roski. And what we're learning is that this park is a very big park.
Yeah, it took like 38 minutes to drive from where we were this morning to Roski Slap. And then when you get here, you get your ticket scanned again. And yeah, this national park's huge. But apparently the further north you go, the more beautiful it gets. So I feel like we should have skipped this morning and come up here. But you know, there's just too much to do and there's only one day. So we finally arrived at Roski Slap and it's supposed to look like this, but obviously we're here at the end of summer, so it's been dry and it's pretty underwhelming. There is literally, I don't know if you can see behind me, we had to ask the guy if we were even here because we weren't sure. The nature is absolutely stunning here. It's a beautiful place to be. It's amazing, but maybe just come at the beginning of summer, not the end. And it's so well organised. Everywhere you go, there are people helping you. You can even get a free bike, a free bus, a free boat, everything. Like so many different things. It's amazing. There's also, we're going to hopefully try and find the necklaces, which is like a load of small cascades which is around here. Got to do a little walk to get there. Or you can go up 517 steps and go inside a cave. All these different things to do, so we're going to see what we can do. Let's go find out. So because Roski Slap was a little bit underwhelming in terms of cascade, we've decided to go and find the necklaces because it's on the same section, and then we're going to try and do the steps to get inside the cave afterwards, and then we're going to head a little bit further north to the final biggest waterfall. Hopefully that has a cascade. So yeah, trying to fit a lot in, but we can do it. Oh, and we decided to skip the swim so that we could fit all this in instead.
Just look at these views. I mean, wow. That was a spectacular walkway with epic views. Obviously we're at low flow at the moment, but I understand that's the necklaces just down there.
I felt like I needed to swim before I climbed 517 steps, and now I really wish I could have a swim. But hopefully it'll be cool inside the cave. By the way, it's October. It's this hot in October. I can't imagine doing this in the peak of summer. So the entrance to the cave is here, and we are going to walk along. It's 59 meters long, and it's only 5 to 7 meters wide, so it's quite a long tunnel to walk along. And then we have these 2 chimneys here, and other than that, the only way up is here. So yeah, it's pretty low down and long and narrow. You know the cave is low down when even I have to duck. So I'm happy having made it to the end of the 59 meters of the cave, and I'm also happy to get out now because it's pretty scary being this far in and seeing stuff crumbling. So yeah, I'm good. Long, narrow and low, and it does obviously get darker. So yeah, this is the smallest, narrowest cave I've ever walked down.
Even beyond the 517 steps up to the cave, this trail keeps going. So the views down into the valley there were amazing, awesome, as you just saw. But we've carried on up this trail. We just spoke to a really friendly Frenchman who said, keep going for another 500 meters and there's another incredible viewpoint. So here we are, we're still going. We've now finished the steps and we're just on this trail across to this viewpoint. Yes, Kirsty just spotted this guy.
I was like this far, I stood here.
Yeah, he's a praying mantis.
I thought it was just a cricket.
He's epic.
Are you Jiminy?
Great viewpoint with sitting area and some shelter as well. And yeah, just what a view. As we've been told all day, the flow is quite low at the moment, given the season, given the dry summer, but that is the necklaces. You can imagine at peak flow, that's going to be stunning, just white water running over that. But what a canyon, amazing views. So we're down at the necklaces, down on the boardwalk, which we saw all the way up there on the top of that ridge.
And there's a nice breeze down here, which is very welcome after 500 plus whatever we walked afterwards.
There was 600 or 700.
Yeah,
after
we've done
all.
about 1,500 steps, I reckon. We'll round it up
After the cave.
Up and down.
This is beautiful. And again, you can imagine when it's at peak flow, this does all look like pearl necklaces with the white water.
Yeah.
It's still beautiful as it is. This place is amazing.
It's like green necklaces. See how green it all is? I can't believe how green Croatia is. It's actually beautiful. This world is too beautiful to live in one place. It really is. Right, we need to run to the waterfall. Come on.
We need to get back to the car so that we can get to this final waterfall. Let's go. The sun is so low in the sky.
I don't know if we're going to make it.
Got 5-10 minutes back to the car and then, I don't know, 25-minute drive apparently.
I think we're going to probably arrive there as the sun disappears. Like, this is why we can't do like set tours. We can't even stick to our own timescales. Certainly not able to stick to anyone else's. This is why we have to hire our own car. And this bridge, driving over this bridge earlier was crazy. It's so narrow, it's only full of small cars. We wouldn't want to come down here in a bus. Just to the side of this bridge is our car.
Let's get to this waterfall. We've arrived, we've parked up, the sun is just above the trees and we are surely within, well, we're definitely within 400 meters now of the viewpoint for this waterfall.
Yeah.
Is that the viewpoint over there, where that sign is?
I don't know.
I think we need to go around here because this is going nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're doing really well. But I imagine that it's going to be a pretty small cascade still because, again, we're at the end of summer, we're in October. We can still hear water, so that's a good sign, right? So we carry on past this. We made it to Lozovac Slap.
or Mini Lovac waterfall in English. It's the third in the series along this national park today, and it's the tallest of all the waterfalls here. It's 59.6 metres tall, and we made it just before sunset, yay! It has been a race. Trying to do Krka National Park in one day is tricky, but we managed it. Managed to see all three sites. Join us next time as we travel further north in Croatia and find the largest waterfall in the country as we explore the famous Plitvice National Park. For daily updates on our travels, head over to our Instagram at @TiredNotTravellers, or for exclusive behind the scenes content, we'd love you to join us on Patreon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. And we are on a road trip over to Split, because the way the borders work here in Split, the way the borders and back into Croatia, so we can get to Split. That border and back into Croatia to get to Split. Here we are, back in Croatia and headed to Split, or to Krka National Park. To get from Dubrovnik to Split, 79 kuna is about, I don't know, it's like about £9.50.
It's not Dubrovnik to Split because we've gone way past Split.
Oh yeah. Have a little water fight here.
Challenge accepted.
I knew it wouldn't get you.